G'day and welcome back for more Space Engineers Survival, and things are going to get interesting again since I notice we've got a fleeting rival and a stinging adversary coming in, so our brief reprieve from the enemy attacks appears to be over. And that's just in time, sort of. I probably shouldn't be excited about this, but I kind of am. I really wanted something to make this mining trip more exciting than just a mining trip. And having the potential of enemy attacks, that definitely makes it exciting. So I think we need to do those upgrades to the Goose that I'd done in the workshop version, where I'd added the extra sorters to increase the emptying time, decrease the emptying time, increase the emptying speed from the Butterball, and add a turret on top of these containers here. So we'll get rid of this strip of light armor blocks across here, and then we'll actually also remove one of the containers. The reason I want to remove one of the containers is it is much easier to get in here and fix up the conveyor system if I remove the container first, because now I can nice and easily access this. Now, something that I remember doing when I was upgrading this in creative was I thought, oh yeah, let's get rid of the small conveyor here. We'll grind these back to where they needed to be. Then I'll go in here, and I think the sorter's down, yep, here. I'll go in here and I'll remove the sorter. And then because I removed the sorter from there and this conveyor junction from here, all of this tubing was loose and bouncing around. So let's not do that this time. Let's grab our small conveyor sorter. Oh, rats. Of course I'd run out of inventory space as I'm doing that. So we'll get rid of that. Then we will add a plain old conveyor tube in there instead. There we go, like nothing ever happened. Now for up here. I don't know if I came up with the most efficient way of doing this, and I probably should have just used that cargo container beside me when I went back to the other cargo container before. I don't know if this is the most efficient way to do what I'm planning on doing here, but hopefully it's pretty close. What I want to do is get as many sorters into this space as possible, and I should be able to stand. And that means arranging the tubes in such a way that I can put in a lot of them. The more I get, the quicker I can empty things. I wonder, what if I did the sorters like this? If I go 1, 2, 3, 4... 4, 5... I could possibly even do 6. I mean, I could do even more than that, but 6 will be pretty quick. That's a lot better than what I'd designed it before. When I did this on the workshop version, I've got them all vertically arranged like this, just because my brain was working that way, but we could actually fit a lot this way. Maybe while I'm here, I will get in here and get this light armor block out of here, because I know that annoyed a few people when I left it in there. And let's put in as many sorters as we can. Go all the way down to there. I know I could still probably do more than that, but I think that'll be a reasonably... well, should end up being fairly quick way of emptying this thing out. So I'll put a sorter there. Then we can go with a junction there and a junction there. I wonder if this will be quick enough for me to not have to manually empty out the Butterball at all. Could be interesting. Because of the tiny space I'm working in, I'm just going to be doing this one row at a time to make sure that it's all, whoops, it's all welded up before we move on. 2, 3, and after this I should just be able to place it all in. Okay, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 8 will be hopefully pretty quick. I think 8 should probably do the trick. I don't think I'll be struggling for emptying out the Butterball now, which is nice. I know I could still fit a few more in if I went up right to the front and ground down one of the other cargo containers to access it, but still, this is pretty good. Pretty good. And there we go. That is a bunch of sorters. Fingers crossed that is going to be adequate for what we're aiming for. Alright, let's get the big container back in and make sure I lined it up the correct way. That looks to be correct. Alright, and we got the light back on that I took off. Switch the light off. Okay, now for the fun part, which is getting this turret on here. I could put 2 turrets on. Oh, there's gunfire. Looks like that first fleeting rival's arrived. I suppose I should check on how they're doing. Oh yeah, they took it down, no troubles. How about this stinging adversary? Oh, it's kind of scary watching from this point of view. Seeing it come closer and closer and not actually being in control of any weaponry. Oh, bad time for reload, bad time for reload! Oh, it's going down. Seems to just be hovering. Is it just hovering there? I've got ammo, why aren't you shooting? Why aren't you shooting? Can't shoot. Weird. Can't shoot at all. Well, that seems broken. Oh well, it's down. Enemies taken care of. We'll go salvage those before we do our mining run. And I'll probably get rid of that big cage out there. Ow! Should probably go get some health again soon. Alright, back to what I was doing. Turret on the truck. Stop getting distracted by gunfire. You know you're safe. It's fine. Gatling turret. So we'll pop this. Yeah, we'll leave it in white. Pop that there. Then in yellow. Let's put a little corner piece on here to connect you up to the conveyor system. And there. And that's pretty much it for getting this turret on here. It's a fairly simple add-on, but I think it should make a... Well, it's not really going to make a big difference, but it'll make me feel a little bit safer. There we go. Okay, we're going to set up those sorters as well, before I forget. Let's hop in here, let's grab all our sorters. Drain all on, and now I have to do each one individually because we can't do them as a group. Right. Sorters are set and the light is fixed, so that's all good now. We're ready to go from that point of view, but we also need to do a little bit of a rearrangement with the sandbags. And that's going to require taking the Ugly Duckling out, and this is going to be the Ugly Duckling's most high-risk mission yet, as we are currently having enemies fly in. Because... Dang it. Since we're going to be flying the Ugly Duckling into what is basically a combat situation, I think we should optimize it for the possibility that we'll need to use the Ugly Duckling and fly it in such a way that the sandbag will be able to shoot at the enemy so that we're sort of carrying a gun. And what I think will help with that is, if we think about it, I'm probably going to tip myself forward and then turn in the direction of the enemy ship. So when I've got the sandbag attached to the front landing gears, I want to get above the enemy, and then I want to be able to shoot downwards. So the easiest way to do that is to tilt forward and give the Gatling gun some angle onto the enemy ship. So if I'm tilting forward, I'm going to want stronger reverse thrust. And what I think I will do to improve the Ugly Duckling's thrust a little bit is we're going to grab some atmospheric thrusters, and we're going to I'll put a new forward thruster here, and a new forward, nope, won't put one there, I'll just put a random one on the side here, and turn this one into a reverse thruster. So we've got 2 reverse thrusters. Hopefully that'll be just enough that we'll have a bit better maneuverability and be able to tilt forward long enough to take down any enemies that come near us as we're flying, because there is still another stinging adversary on its way in. And I'm going to need to fly around it in order to go pick up a sandbag. Oh, this is going to be some combat flying. This is going to be great. Okay. Let's do it. Oh, actually, let's do one thing before I go. Let's go up to the med bay and get myself some more health. Not really keen on the idea of going into battle before I put my health at maximum. I doubt it'll make any difference, but if it made a difference, I would feel so annoyed. Okay, Ugly Duckling. It's your most dangerous mission ever. Do you choose to accept it? I think you will. I think you will, and I think you'll excel. Alright. Thrusters are on. I need to change my reverse thrusters group though, so let's unpark to make it easier. And we've got... Wait, didn't we have a reverse thruster? Oh, I don't have a group for it. I've just got the reverse thruster as a thing. So we want these as backward. Save. Oh, actually. Ugly Duckling. Backwards. That's better. Delete. Since I should start making my names sensible for when I'm connected to the base. And those are our backwards thrusters. We'll remove that. Groups. Backwards thrusters. Toggle on off. Alright. Let's do this thing. Oh, oh, we hear gunfire. That's good. That means it's being taken down. I was hoping that would be the case. I didn't want to head out there with an active enemy in our way. Looks like it's going down. Yep, it's down. Oh! Complete destruction. Okay, let's go get... So we're going to go get some sandbags. I'm going to move them into position around the mine so that they're in slightly elevated positions. And that will hopefully give us enough of an advantage that anything that comes in to attack me while I'm down there with the goose and mining with the butterball, it should hopefully get handled. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Let's grab the ones from the ice lake first. Why is one... Oh no. That's right. I suspect this was a Clang thing. Are you still... Yeah, your turret's still functional. I'll have to fix your solar panel at some point, but your turret is still functional. That's good. Let's grab you then first. Locked. So this is what I was meaning before with... If I'm getting attacked by a drone, I'm going to need to be in a position like this so that I can shoot downward enough onto any enemy and take it out. And it looks like... Doesn't look like there's another drone incoming out at the moment. Let's head over to the mine and let's find a nice elevated line in front of it between the mine and the enemy base. I just had a thought. I wonder if it'd be worthwhile using some scaffolding to raise these up a bit higher to give myself an even better shot. Might... Oh, it might also give them a flat landing spot. But then any stray shots that go towards it will destroy the scaffolding, and I think it'd be a bit overkill to try and build up some... well, fully weld them up. So maybe we'll just go with this little rise here, I think is where I had planned to put them. Let's look, we got mining operations site, and we got our mine there, so I think this is right. Yep, let's drop you down. Let's go grab another one. I'm going to move pretty much all of them, I think. At least until something starts to attack me. Then I might just run. But I want to get as many as I can for now. Oh, we've got a stinging adversary coming in. Okay. This is where things get exciting. I think I'll have time to go in and grab another sandbag. So hopefully we can go and then hide behind 3 of them. Ooh, this is going to get tight. Looks like this one's actually had its decoy shot. Unless I just damaged them with a clanging. Either way, these will probably need replacing soon. 4.85 k's away. All right, still got time. This is exactly what I was looking for. Yes, we've actually got some challenge from the AI. I mean, I know I'm kind of hamstringing myself left, right, and center, but to get some fun battles against NPCs, I'm quite happy to hamstring myself in whatever way, as long as it's entertaining. And I mean that as entertaining for me, because I like playing against an AI that actually gives a real challenge. I probably should have started doing this earlier in the day and upgraded the turret onto the goose once it went night. But sadly, I've done this back to front, and that means I'm flying in the dark. Which is just wonderful. Alright, let's see if we can get another one. 6.2 k's. Ooh, can I grab the last one that's on the ice? I will turn tail and run if it's too close. I'm not going to take all that much of a risk with the ugly duckling. I know how angry everyone would be at me if I got this shot down. So I'm taking some risks, but trying not to be totally crazy. See, 3.6 k's, that's fine. Might even be able to get one of the ones from the ridgeline. That might be a bit over the top. Should probably have checked if these still have ammo. I'm pretty sure they do, because I don't think they've done anything for ages. Block. Nope, wrong button. That. 3 k's. Still good. Still comfort zone. I'm going to try. I'm going to try to get the other turrets from on top of the ridgeline. I want to give the goose the best protection I possibly can, because it is such a valuable vehicle. If it gets damaged in any bad way, I'm going to be in so much trouble. And worse would be if I lost the butterball and the goose, because then I'll be back to mining with this little baby. 4.3 k's. Let's see what happens. I can outrun it, remember, so it should be okay. And I can only outrun it because the autopilot doesn't make it go much faster. It doesn't go very fast. 2.8 k's, 2.6. Oh, this should be okay, I think. Oh, I might get one of them. Okay. Oh, this is close. This is going to be close. This is going to be very close. I really don't want to have to get into a dogfight with the ugly duckling carrying one of these. I only prepared just in case. Okay, we're close, we're close. Let's get a lock. Let's go. 900 meters, we're under a kilometer. Let's get out of here. Okay. Drawing away. Yes. What a pickup. Yeah. Alright. What shall we do? I wonder if I've drawn this enough off its usual attack run that if I went back to base, it would end up being a problem for me. I think I know what I'm going to do. I have an idea. So, the mine is kind of off to the east of the base in terms of, if we think about the direct line between the enemy base and the home base, the mine is off to the east of that line, which means as I'm over here, the drone is getting drawn off that line, and unfortunately our one turret defending, one bunker defending our base is directly on that line, and if I've drawn these guys too far off that line, can I drop this further down the hill? No. I might put it as a little back line here. 2.3 Ks. If I've drawn it too far off that, it'll mean that if I head back home, it may actually get close enough to cause problems. So what I think I will do is I'm going to drop this sandbag here. Yep, good. And I am actually going to fly the ugly duckling. Maybe I'll fly it into the mine if I can find the entrance. Where is it? Oh, that's right, I turned that off. GPS. Mine entrance. Show and HUD. 233 meters that way. Okay. I set these a fair way forward, that's good. That gives us some comfort zone and hopefully some warning if anything gets past it. We're downhill, so hopefully if I go inside the mine, I'll be protected. Where's the enemy at? 1.7 Ks. Now I'm not going to be able to see anything, so rather than have this be excitement all by radio signals, let's lose a little bit of a cheat and we'll take advantage of the spectator cam. Now can I turn off my thrusters? Nope. That'd be a bad idea. That is not flat. Oh, gunfire. Traces from the forward turret. Rear ones. Oh, she's down. That looks cool against the night sky. Okay. I think we have a defended base. Okay, that's pretty cool with all the traces. Okay, let's get you out of here. Thrusters on. Oh, actually, no. I'm going to go grab the last one. There's one more sandbag to get. Is there another enemy coming in? There is. Actually, let's do it. Let's do it. Got another fleeting rival on our way. But it should be okay if we just grab that one. It's just that one to go. And then I'll head back to base. And then... ooh, do we go and start our mining at night? It's tempting. It's tempting. I am loving that right now these sandbags are doing exactly what I had intended them to do, which is a moving line of defense that we could place where we needed them without having to reconstruct something new every single time. And they work pretty well. Let's drop you. Oh dear. Well, one of them just went clang. Is it still intact? mostly. Is that the one that already had its solar panel is Gonski. Let's move you up the hill because you are sliding. Well, these do have a limited lifespan, it would appear. As soon as Clang gets involved, they tend to want to leave us. Okay. Let's head back home. Let's regret that we don't have landing lights on the base still, because I'm coming in at night. Although I can see the tower in the distance there, which is good. Should probably come in a bit slower than this. That is way too quick. Oh, I can already see the garage entrance. Perfect. So much light in there I don't need guidance. If I come in low enough anyway. Whoa, coming in way too fast. Ah, look at that. The miracle worker returns home again. Hey, I think I just proved my safety cave concept a little bit too. I think I just used that mine as one. Cool. I'm excited about that. And battery on recharge. It is early in the night. If I go down there now, I'm going to have to deal with darkness and deal with enemies. Maybe I should wait till at least a little bit closer to dawn before I head down. First off though, let's get a little bit of ammunition into the Goose for its turret. Let's do the upgrade to the spotlights that I did on the other version as well. So that is a pair of rotors, like so. And then we just turn them out a little bit so that the light from the spotlight that goes on top is pointing in a more useful direction. Yeah, they're both pointing out a little bit. That'll do. So there we go. Now the Goose is up to its workshop version, which is nice. And since we do need to use up a little bit of the night so that that doesn't happen down at the mine in the darkness, because that's kind of terrifying. And I'd really like to see what's going on. What I think I might do... No, salvaging at night is a bad idea too. What I think I might do is instead work on getting these corridors a bit better. And also, we're going to need some way to get down into this area with the pipes as a permanent method to get down there. Right now I've just been using holes in the wall. So, in order to do that, I don't think I can dig off to the side there because of where the stairs are. I'll end up creating a hole in the bottom of the rock there. Maybe I could... Maybe I could make a hole here. Put a door in there and then stairs all the way down to where the pipes are. So starting with interior blocks, since that's going to be our main flooring material, we'll go with another interior block there. Then where are our stairs? Then we'll pop a set of stairs in here. I'm not going to use catwalk stairs, I'm going to use the proper vanilla ones. What I might even do, just for something different, is grab our stair block and use the ramp as our ceiling here. How's that going to look? Yeah, I think that'll look alright. So we'll have a door here that'll go down, then we go down our stairs. We need to go down one more level as well. Oh, we need to go another block down. Because now we're just at that level. We need to go down further. So it's 3 stairs down. So let's weld this up and then I'll start placing in those so that I'm not getting too far ahead of myself. Because I feel like I am right now. This is just the blocks I placed before. So we've got our ramps, we've got our stairs, we've got our few pillars that I put in. And I just added a little extra light armor slope here so that we slope onto the rock a bit more nicely. And I think I will leave this all open for now. Maybe at a later stage I'll come back and I'll do this with a bit more detail and make it an area that's worth visiting. But at this point, it's really just a functional access that I wanted. So, to make it just a little bit more interesting in the first part, I think we grab Shoustal's catwalks and we use these grids as kind of a fencing along the inside of here. So I'm going to grab the parts I need for that as well, so I can weld these up as I go. There we go. I'm not super keen on this little gap here, but I don't think there's much we can do about it. And at least it's something vaguely interesting to look through. But yeah, I'm reasonably happy with that little corridor there. How are we coming with the night? Are we seeing any hints of daylight? Because as soon as we see a hint of daylight, I want to head out. And no, the sky is not lightening just yet. So, I do have another thing I wanted to do to fill in some of this time. And it's a quick little thing. For the Buttercup, I'm going to quickly build this switch. And it's just going to control that piston for the time being. Eventually, that piston is going to need a name. Eventually, I'll set up some timers so that every time I connect and disconnect, the piston moves. But there's something else I kind of want to do. And how am I going to figure out what piston that is? I'm going to have to go down through this. And can I get there? Can I get there? Oh, yes, I can. I can. There we go. Piston. Oh, I should have remembered it was piston 7. This will be base, piston, Buttercup dock. There we go. Not going to forget that. Or at least not going to be able to work that one out. Or at least I'll be able to work that one out. That's what I meant to say. Okay. So now that we've named the piston, let's set up this switch so that I can control it. Buttercup. Reverse. So let's lift it up. Let's hop in and let's make a change that was recommended to me by 1WSX10. Let's detach and make our lives easier. What is that clanging noise? Whoa! That's not good. That's not good, that's not good, that's not good, that's not good. Okay. That's really not good. Apparently when I just did that disconnect, it actually triggered the ticks controls. How can I avoid that? I wonder. That's really not good. Let's turn you off. Hopefully with you off, it won't be an issue. And I may need to set up the ticks lock so that it actually turns the script off to prevent that happening. Because that was not good. But what we're going to do here is we're going to grab our 3 rotors and we are going to maximize our braking torque. Apparently Vector Thrust 2 does not play around with braking torque, so I can just set this to max, and that should mean that when we do our attachment and it goes all spinny, it should stop spinning much more quickly. Let's test. 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at that. Oh, that stopped so quickly. That's awesome. Perfect. I'm happy with that. That was just a little thing I wanted to do which I'd forgotten to do last time. Excellent. Excellent. The first sign of light is coming, so let's get ready to go do some salvage. And I think I'll use the tick for that. It's the best equipped for that sort of purpose since it has weaponry and it also has a moderate amount of cargo storage. Since it was my kind of cargo cart when I was first hand mining at the start of the game. I thought it'd be nice to get some of this salvage done before it really gets bright, since I probably want to use the majority of the day in order to get this mining trip done. I want to give myself the best chance to take down any enemies, or at least be able to see whether I'm at a risk of not being able to take down the enemies while it's fully light out. And there we go, now we can drive. It makes things a lot safer. And our first bit of salvage. Whoa. Got rejected from that, but I needed to get inside it first. Let's grab that uranium. Let's move on to our next thing. Okay, where's the next bit? Now, we still seem to be in the clear. That's good. Hopefully it stays that way for just a little bit longer. There's a bit more salvage there. Let's pick this up. Oh, that looked like a turret. That is a turret. Oh. That was an intact turret. And this is an almost intact craft. Still haven't been attacked, which is nice. So we're getting a good run of salvage time. Oh, there's wreck. Yeah. Did not see that behind the bush. Probably should have, since there's a little heads up marker for it. Oops. The worry with it taking so long between attacks sometimes is I am at great risk of becoming complacent. Oh, there it is. There's a fleeting rival en route. Okay, inbound fleeting rival. Keep an eye on that, because that is our countdown timer for when we have to skedaddle. Maybe I could just save myself a bit of time and just risk it. Yeah, let's do this way. So much quicker than having to rebuild it. And I haven't been using the uranium yet anyway, so it's not the biggest loss if I don't get it. I had been carefully rebuilding each one so that I'd always get everything out of it. It's definitely worth it for the cargo containers because you get the platinum, but for the reactors it's probably not actually worth it. Are there any other markers? Can't see any other markers, but let's do a little bit of a drive around and see if there's any other wreck pieces that I missed that just had their beacons destroyed. There could be some down in these valleys, but they're probably going to be a little bit too high risk to get. Let's park and hop out and see. Can I see any wreck down there? I can. I can indeed. Got plenty of hydrogen. Ooh. Medium cargo container, you say? Large atmospheric thruster, you say? Nice. Need some computers. Are there computers somewhere that I can grind off? Timer block. Excellent. You have computer, so do you. Ah, you got to be kidding me. Oh, nice. That was worth it. Let's head back up. Where's the tick? I didn't put the tick's antenna on. I should probably put the tick's antenna on. I don't even have enough cargo space to get everything from this wreck. Still, I think I got the best parts of it. Anything else good in here? I should probably get the reactors while I'm down here. I don't think there's anything really of... Oh, there's a little bit of value there. There's still a couple of thrusters. But that is all I'm going to do, because now it is time to get on to the mining. It is full-on daylight now. So let's head back home before that drone gets here, as it's only 1.7 k's away. So this is sort of good timing regardless. Let's get... Oh, this could be a problem. I might be just a bit too heavy for this. Okay, we might be going the long way around. This is something to keep in mind in the future. My thrust to weight ratio is terrible. In fact, this is something that one WSX10 pointed out to me when he was talking about what things I could do to improve the tick, and he did make note that the thrust to weight ratio on this is awful, and that I am playing a dangerous game with the way that I fly it around. So what I might do is take the route that I walked back when I ran out of hydrogen up here, because with the thrusters I should get enough safety in movement that I can get around and get down this slope here. Hope this is the right one. I think it might be. Fingers crossed I haven't led that drone around my defenses. Okay, here we go. May not even need to activate vector thrust here. Oh, making it. Let's see if we can get the whole way. Can definitely drive down here, but I don't think I'd be able to drive up here. Oh yeah, that's gunfire. I really hope that's my guns. Does sound like a pair of them. And there's no more close signal. Yes. Victory! And we're home. That was actually surprisingly easy to drive back that way. I was expecting a lot more challenge. Ah, Splitty. You've got to be joking. All of that. Ah. No. No. Oh, I destroyed the whole connector. I thought I was being gentle. That's just... Well, if any of you guys wonder if I edit out the stupid bits, there's your answer. Why did I do that? Note to self, when fully loaded with cargo, the tick is very heavy and easily destroys itself. Oh, there's my gun. Ah, you poor thing. Good as new, just lost those components. Grr. Alright, gentle this time. Make sure we're lined up. Oh, nice and slow. Okay, there we go. Let's put the correct connector on the hotbar because the old one is destroyed. And lock. Okay. So let's get the butterball on the trailer. I am going to have to reverse the goose the whole way out. I still have not gotten around to that turntable. It's going to be a very big project to build a turntable for the goose. So it's something that I'm going to need to prepare for quite a bit in advance. Butterball's on. Loaded, ready to go. Weapons are loaded, ready to go. Spotlights, ready to go. Enemy. ×1 inbound. 5.3 kilometers out. Let's start getting this reversed out the door. Let's give ourselves a bit of extra turning circle by going wide. In fact, one thing we could do while I'm here, and while we're waiting for that stinging adversary to get destroyed, so I could add a programmable block to control the doors on this. Let's do that quickly. I think we've got room... Oh yeah, in front of the antenna. There's a spot. So let's grab a programmable block, pop it in there. Okay, we got our programmable block in here. Let's name this Goose PB Garage Door. Edit, browse workshop, transmitter and receiver script, okay. Now, what in the heck did I name the garage door opener thing again? It's a bit of a longish name. Let's go in here and timer. Timer block hanger door, there we go. Control C. Hop in the goose. Go to the next control bar. PB. Run. With this argument. Confirm. Okay. Let's get out of the way of the doors. And let's check if this works. We're 2.25 Ks out. That'll soon be destroyed, so then we can have what is hopefully a safe run down to the cover of... Yep, garage door's working. What is hopefully a safe run down to the mine, and then it'll be mining time. So while I faff around with reversing this, we can wait till that drone is destroyed. There we go, there's the gunfire. Oh, there's another one spawned. Alright, we're going to have a time limit on how quickly we need to get down to our mine. And I've just discovered another way to get out with the goose, which is this little maneuver that I was accidentally pulling off. Excellent, look at that. Okay, let's get down there. Let's get down behind the cover of the sandbags and start our under threat mining. It's exciting. I need to go to the other menu, so I've got brakes. Time pressured driving of the goose. Could we want anything more exciting? Another enemy inbound. It'll be inbound on my position, so I need to get behind those sandbags so that they can take it out, because I don't want to rely on the turret on the roof. It will not be adequate. I'm starting to learn this terrain pretty well, I think. Although now that I've said that, I probably jinxed myself and I'll probably drive straight off a cliff in a minute. I think this is the smooth part, just here. Steep but smooth. Yeah. Steep and smooth. That's what the goose is designed to handle. Oh yeah. 7.3 Ks out, and we are at the mine. We are behind our wall of sandbags. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Now we'll turn those rotors on, and that locks us in place. Excellent. So, I'm actually going to do this drilling at the start of the next episode, because excitement is en route. There is a stinging adversary coming in while I'm going to be mining. This is going to be an interesting little challenge. So there's that little challenge, and as always, plenty more to come. So I'll see you then.